Hello, welcome back. Last time I met the blob and did the introductory puzzles, and now I'm just in the middle of the island of blobs. That's not the map button. Neither is that. Neither is that. What do you suppose is? This? No. This? I found it. There we go. Okay, yeah, so just got the entire northeast section done. So let's start in the southeast. What are you? Learning to fly. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I guess like a cloud interacting with a blob will teach it to fly, indeed. All these recipes. Roller bomb, cloud blob. Hold this for a while, then unhold it. Is that so? So I have shootability from here. Okay, how many beans? 2 red, 4 purple. And I need to keep a red with me when I go through here. Weird. Okay, cloud. So first of all, I think I'm gonna probably have to do some silliness like... this. Oh, you forget about me for a moment until you become a cloud. Oh, I'm holding some contraband. I better get rid of that. So that transforms some purples into reds. It did cost me a purple in the process. But anyway, I note that I can do that. I'm not completely certain I want to, but it feels like something likely. So who's gonna sit here? And then leave. So I think the puzzle name's giving me a pretty big clue here. In that something that's on a pressure plate could learn to fly and get off the pressure plate by being zapped by a cloud. However, that would require me to be able to grow a cloud here, and how do you imagine that would happen? I can see one way. So check it out. You're a cloud. You're a roller. I have a red bean on me. Am I already done? You're a blob. You're a blob who doesn't know about me. Roller goes here. Cloud spawns. And this just does it, right? Roller uncaps the ability for that thing to be zapped. And there we go. Alright, I have my red bean. Easy. Yeah, okay, that was a spot where the level name, I think, gave me a pretty substantial clue. That was a quick solve because of that, I feel like. Airlock! This is a 3. Are there 2s left? What difficulty was that? I didn't even pay attention. That was a 3. Okay. Maybe I don't even need to pay attention, but I guess I will, because I usually try to sort by difficulty. Tiny island. Funny, I just forgot to even check the difficulty rating. Alright, so we got an icicle. Isolated cloud there. You need to become something solid, like a frozen cloud, maybe. Okay, so an icicle. Oh, check it out. This is demonstrating a principle where I can totally put a cloud on an icicle on tiles, which wouldn't otherwise probably be possible, right? Okay, I need to spawn you from a place where... Oh, kinda. I'm gonna need that roller as a backstop. But yeah, I think generally I do need this thing's frozen block, having interacted with the icicle, to hit a roller in a place where its beam will intersect with that which is spawned, which I can do now because I'm not carrying anything. And then this will weigh down the plate and I can just go. So... I could set this up in pretty much any arbitrary position. Would it be sufficient? Well, I can't do it, but if I could, I wonder if it'd be sufficient to have a roller bump into that ice while I'm standing here. I can't really do things, though. Okay. Well, you won't see me through that. If I couldn't have spawned it later. Okay, so I think I see my task, and you're the one who's going to assist me with it. Now, I have the option of, instead of putting you in this rectangle, keeping you out in this rectangle. Now, I don't have the option of blocking you with a blorple, because then it would become a roller when it needs to become an icicle instead. I could freeze you, but then destroying you wouldn't give me any beans back because you don't have a recipe. No, I don't have the option of rolling you north-south because there isn't enough space. I would just die here or here. Okay. So, anyway, just come up with a layout that's going to do what I want. Yeah, just do that. Easy, right? I guess the roller could collide with an icicle, which could offset it, but to do that without freezing looks improbable. So anyway, yeah, so I need to clone an icicle somewhere in this, well, I guess specifically here, 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 or here. Are those all valid? This one is not unless I'm already in this little triangle. So that's the worst spot. Either of these are best spots. This is acceptable. Now, if you were all the way up there, I couldn't just, like, get you rolling in this... in this direction, and then have enough time to, like, navigate all the way around to something. Yeah, I couldn't even navigate around to something. Or maybe I can kind of, like, do everything all at once. Okay, I think I see something resembling the layout that I want. Alright, so it involves icicle here. Oh, it would involve an unspawned blob, which I can't have. So it's gonna have to be like chasing blob, so maybe the icicle should be elsewhere. Where? Here? So yeah, can't spawn the blob on the things, it has to already be there. I think I can still make this happen. I'm probably gonna want... let's put the icicle all the way up here. Okay, so you come there. You spawn. Follow me for a bit. I'm gonna want things to happen faster than I can make them happen. Something resembling that, but not exactly that. Could I have had you... I could have you there, but then the roller won't see me. However, if I got your attention and then, like... Okay, well, let's do some testing. Do I have a way to test this? No. Maybe if you were inert, right? Okay, come on now. Right there. Let's see. Not in time. Okay, now a frozen roller, no, doesn't really provide anything. Okay. Alright, well, I'm trying to do the right thing. It's just a matter of finding the layout that does it. Now, let's try icicle in a different place so I have more options. Let's try here. That could maybe work. So you... yeah, you should just exist now, I think. You will need to be... where? Let's see here. I need you frozen. Yeah, so actually behind me could maybe work? So with you there... roller, see me. You go here and freeze. I get around... somehow in time. I'm trapped. Okay. Good idea. Doesn't quite work. Also, I never spawned that cloud. That's fine. I could have done that. I guess let's make sure the rest of this works. Yeah. Right, I have to do that. So one turn after a roller bumps an ice cube, it actually starts moving. Yeah, okay, so that's open. I'm just not ever going to be there. Roller pushing me out of a frozen state could have some potential here. This 2 is a lot harder than the 3 I just did. Because I'm just not keying into the solution path right away like I did with the other one. Perfect symmetry here. So no difference in any other thing that I do. And I'm reasonably confident there's no way to bump a blob into a roller in such a way that the blob doesn't become a roller, right? I mean, that way it certainly does, and 2 of those will do me no good. Okay, so... to do all that and not get trapped, I just need a viable layout. An icicle down here has an extra beam that would catch the roller too early, so I don't like that. Up there, however, traps me alongside the... huh. Okay, is it ever possible for a blob that's becoming an icicle to collide with me and the puzzle to still be solvable? Only if it's somehow coming this direction and, like, colliding with me here? Ah, so maybe this is actually the best spot. Because then could I be over here and, sure, be trapped by these beams, but trapped in a place where I can get to the exit? So maybe this is secretly the actual best spot. That's assuming I can get the roller going horizontally, which I can't. Not right now, at least. Yeah, because I have no protection from that. I can't move you around. If I could make you go here, then yeah, I'd get you in that row. So we'd have to do this vertically, which would mean no good, which would mean it's not colliding with me here. That requires horizontal motion. Can I change you to the other thingy? Or alternatively, can I be in such a place... No, being trapped in a north or a south configuration with diagonal beams cutting me off here will always result in never being able to get to that. I would need a horizontal one for that to work. Okay, so I'm on the wrong track. Northward from here, ice cube coming at me just won't really bump into this. So let's go back to this idea of you colliding with the roller pushed by me. Okay, I'm there at that idea. Thinking about it. Where I get stuck on that is, you know, so picture like I had you frozen somewhere like here-ish, and I wanted that roller to roll somewhere like north. Oh, two problems. If I were pushing you from west to east, then you would collide in this position, and the roller would stop there, and your beam wouldn't intersect with that. Other problem, I couldn't get the roller rolling. And, well, okay, so, sure. I could have a blob, you know, here. Have the roller there, rolling toward me. Foosh. And I would miss my ride. So even if I could get all the way around there, I'd be going through an ice beam one way or another. So no. Okay, so what layout works for this? Oh, here's one. What if instead of, yeah, okay, this works, I just do something completely different. Alright, so an icicle would go approximately there. What I do with the roller is not what I thought I did with the roller. I don't have it impart motion on ice, I have it be ice. So you become one of these. Go there. You become one of those. I need to cause the roller to roll, so let's hold off on the blob action. Right, yeah, I don't really have much time pressure here. Just do that. Just do that. Just do that. That's all. Okay. Okay. Just use the roller differently. Also, you can spawn. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, so we had a long dead-end path on that I walked down, and a simple one that I did not. I think that was the last two. Appears to be. Okay, that's a 4. Let's go to Garden of Goo. Oh, wait. No, I stepped into airlock. Let's go to airlock. Alright, so we got 4 potential clouds and or 2 potential bombs. 1 potential blob and another one there. So just get that blob spawned and I'm done. Alright. Now there's slime here, so somebody's standing there. Okay. So we got some complex lock mechanisms. If I were to be able to walk in here and shoot you with my wand, that would solve the puzzle, assuming I could walk back. Alright, well, here is one way that I can do some of that walk. Not really, because I can't really get rid of that bomb. Okay, well, let's use a blob instead, and I guess... Okay, how about... Here's a way to do this once-ish. Okay, cool. Now what about the return trip? Got 3 white beans left. Yeah, I could maybe blow up those clouds, but that's not going to result in something getting on that plate. Could I blow up those clouds? I think so. That would mean putting down a bomb formation here. You will zap me because I'm holding that. Okay, so put down one of those. Put down a bomb formation here. Do that. You won't zap me yet because you don't want to... something. Okay, cool. That blows up. So what? Not helpful because There's no one who can hold that down there. If there could have been another white bean here, then I'd be done, but how would that happen? I don't think it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Okay, yeah, like this. You can just spawn down there. Here's a white bean. You get around me. You go there. And yeah, so because you get zapped by the cloud to change you, that's a cloud with a white bean under it, which is a really weird construct that I normally would not be able to do. Alright, cool. So you blow up, a rebeanify, and then that becomes a bomb. Cool. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's do another one. Why not? Garden of Goo. Orange beans. That's for the blorple. Got a vine recipe here. Okay, so I have one of each color. Bomb, cloud, vine, blob. This looks complicated. That recipe is nothing, and I don't have a bucket. If that recipe is nothing, and I don't have a bucket, and I need this to clear off, then that's going to have to involve vines. So I need to get a red bean here. So it sounds to me like you're saying... Okay, so that could become a bomb. Sounds to me like you're saying... Spawn a blob. Put it here. Turn it into a cloud. And then blow it up. Okay, it looks to me as though I can do all those things. Yeah, you try to zap, but you can't, so now... Vineman is gonna eat that cloud, which is fine. You're gonna eat red first, and orange turns into blob, and... Oh, that's it, okay. Okay, that distracted the vine. There we go. It was it because you got distracted and because you turned into a vine and stayed there. Okay, there we go. That works. What's going on? Let's do another. These are 3, because that's a 4 down there. There are other 3s. I could try the 4. I could try the 4. That's a terrible idea to do at this point. Let's leave that for a little later. Let's go over here. I see this purple bean detector. Let's see what that's about. You are sunken drawbridge. Alright, so I just need that held down. So basically if I had a blob here, I'd be... No, that's not the goal. That's the bean detector. That's the goal. Okay, and I don't have a way across, so I'm gonna have to... So what am I missing here? This looks... straightforward. I go here, I put that down. So that's open. I get you back, and you don't really do anything. Oh, you're in my way. So that's part of the problem. Okay, so you are in my way. That's part of the problem. And that's going to be unavoidable, because a vine there is 1, impossible, 2, worse. It's not impossible. I could actually do it easily with by touching that with a vine's tendril. Icicle, not interested. So you're the most movable thing. What I need is for you to get eaten by a vine. Which means I need a vine that has enough distractions for me to get in there and play... Okay, so yeah, there's a lot going on here. I also need a way across here once the purple bean is placed there. I was thinking I could do that by... No, this is plausible, sorta. Let's say a vine were here. That looks like a good spot to me. So you are a vine. You're a blob. You sit there for a moment. I have this convenient protective barrier here, making me not get eaten. Oh, but that just turns you into a vine. You can't be eaten by a vine. You can only be... Okay, so I have to ice you. Okay. Fine. That's... How would I do that? easily. Not so easily. You're gonna eat my beans. While I'm doing what I want to do. I was going to spawn an icicle here, put a vine formation there, you know, spawn that later, put a vine here, put an icicle here, spawn the vine, spawn the icicle, but then you just eat it. And have this able to drag that across so I could ice you and push you in the water, and then you'd be frozen and I could push you across and everything would be cool, but the problem is you eat my beans. Actually, you don't. You just sort of stash them under yourself. I can spawn something down in this area, which would totally work. Okay, so same layout, different idea. Not quite. No, that doesn't work. Well, if there were an icicle already here... Okay, so I'll have a problem at the end of the puzzle, but let's see if the rest of this works. Yeah, okay. So, definite end of puzzle problem. A lot of things I can do here that get me down to one problem, but don't solve the final one. Go for the icicle. How do I make that happen? I kinda don't. Okay, so there's an additional problem here. Got it. What? I guess I could have done... So who's more appealing? Icicle or me or one of those? In this case the icicle was, but in this case the icicle doesn't intersect with that, so it doesn't solve my blocking blob problem. Okay. So Vine cannot grab this thing out of my way. It's gonna be in my way forever. I can't get rid of it otherwise. There are relatively few positions where I can get an ice beam to intersect this part of the puzzle. Like basically here, but I can't have you spawned ahead of time. So it would have to involve a vine dragging you over, and to spawn a vine, the vine has to be here-ish. And if I'm doing that, then this is too far away. That's not a vine yet. There we go. So I'd have to be able to, like... Oh, that's okay. My thing could already be frozen at the point that I'm doing stuff. Okay, there we go. Maybe that works. I will need you there. Okay, so vine, thingy, come here quickly, get frozen too quickly. Close-ish. Additional problem with this, I can't get to that side of you to push you over the water. Could I have done it with the vine in another position? Looks unlikely to me. And that's as far away as I can get the icicle. Oh. That's obviously more appealing. This is no good. This is no good. And also now you're not pushable over there. Okay, so... the conflicts. There's like either a key action I haven't seen that I can do, or... this is just a real tough layout and I have to spot a configuration that works. Alright, here's a totally different idea. What about a vine rescue? So if I want a vine to grab me, and reel me in... I think that might be plausible. I think the layout where that's possible... okay, there are other problems with this, but let's at least do that much. Just see how it goes. You grab me. Okay, so that just forgets about me if it can't see me. I ice you to make you release me, but then we got, like, so many problems here. Okay. You gonna nudge me? You try, but you don't do it with enough force to actually roll me anywhere. That'd be cool if you did, because, like, that would, come closer to solving this, but not quite. Okay, so... once I'm in here with you, there's nothing I can hit from here. Nothing I can really hit from here. The only spaces I can hit are these three. And it feels like I am going to have to take an action with my wand to spawn something in one of these columns. To save me from the tyranny of the blobs somehow. What could that possibly be, though? I don't know. Alright, here's one idea. What if it's maybe sufficient just to pre-place some kind of bridge so that I can escape from this construct? Because, like, I have the potential to make two icy things. Now, where can I do that? Kind of seems a lot like I can't. Because I can do this, but then I'm stuck in here. Yeah, so I want to give myself a way out of there, or like any, okay, so a nice block here could work. So that would mean this. Okay. Let's see what problems this leads to. Probably lots. Because now you need to become a bridge in a place where you can't. I mean... yeah, cool, here's a bridge there, but there's an ice beam over it. Okay, well that's closer than I've been before. Maybe I can iterate on this and have something usable somehow. Okay, so by my reckoning, if an icicle were to survive to the end of the puzzle, there are exactly 4 positions it could be in, where I could use its beam to freeze an object. Oh, actually, this one's not valid. Because that space is not traversable. Okay, exactly 3 positions it could be in, where I could use its beam to freeze an object, and get around and actually use that as a bridge. Yes, okay. Either of those, push that way, get around, okay. So if an icicle is to survive to the end of the puzzle, it has to be in exactly one of these 3 spaces. Now, the alternative, is it feels a lot better if an icicle gets eaten by a vine. Then the vine freezes, there's no more ice beams, but I have a block that I can push into this water in any of these rows. But for that to happen, a vine has to be... Okay, so then we can reduce this to valid vine positions. Here works, because I have leverage there. Here works, here works. Okay, looks like there's a lot of them. So anything that is in that row with at least one space to the right of it. Okay, so the other beans that I put down plus those spaces. So those are the only valid vine positions if it's eating an icicle. Notably, it does not include these two that I can reach with my wand while I'm in here trapped by a blob. Now, something more about icicle positions. Both of these valid spots block me from in here. Some of them do interact with the blob, though. So it's looking an awful lot like this is the most appealing icicle position if I'm positioning an icicle that survives until the end. Because otherwise I'd have to only spawn it once I'm actually back out in this area, and that seems unlikely to happen. So with an icicle there, already spawned, is there an action I could take from in here that would result in this blob getting out of my way? I don't see how having an icicle there could ever help me. Now, I guess one other maybe alternative. Instead of making a vine, I could make 2 more icicles. Seems bad. That just seems entirely to my detriment. The only way an icicle saves me from this blob is how? How would an icicle hypothetically save me from that blob? If it could freeze you here and then no longer have an ice beam there, that would do it. Or here, or here. Any of those work. But for that to be true, it would have to be in the process of getting eaten by a vine. If I could have my vine just not interested in the icicle's bean until it actually becomes an icicle, then things would be good, but I don't see that happening. Now, what about... Ooh, okay. What about the idea of a vine lying in wait somewhere around this area, waiting to turn you into a vine? Then that one does what? Gets iced and something? That's not gonna work. Oops, I did it! Did a bunch of puzzles that gave me no trouble, then I stepped into a doozy here. Well, that was bound to happen, wasn't it? Alright, additional observation. So you know the thing I said about how there's only 3 valid positions for an icicle to be if it's alive at the end of the puzzle and yeah, if it's alive at the end of the puzzle when I'm bridging over here. That could be not necessarily true if I bridge something else. And I have potentially 2 bridgeable things. I only need the blob as long as this, so then I can ice it later and do something with it. So if I could have one of these pre-place a frozen vine in a real good spot. If only I could freeze an icicle, then I could have 2 more ice blocks. Well, if I could freeze an icicle, then this would be done. Because yeah, I'd just like... well, maybe. Anyway, but you can't, so it doesn't matter. So, so ignoring... Hold on, but I can't ignore that part of the... I guess I'm looking for something that lets me place a bridge here or here. Hello, you're an appealing spot. Yeah, I've put an ice block there before. I mean, I tried this. Was my only problem that the icicle was in a bad spot, though? Because that's still a problem if I do that. It can't be in the same column. Okay, so blocks that would help me escape the Wrath of the Blob. Here, here, here. Those three. So put something here. It would have to be frozen in this position and pushed right, and there is one way that will ever happen, and it seems like a bad way. I don't like that because of how much space you're taking up. So that seems bad. So for this position, I'd have to be down here pushing north, which, given the position of these water blocks, necessarily traps me in an ice bracket. So no. So then this position, that's the most appealing one. Because I have some distance here. Kinda. No, that still doesn't work. Yeah, if I put it in that position, I can do it, but it doesn't work. And I've done this before. Because, yeah, this just ends with a puzzle where I can't bridge in a spot that makes that possible. Okay, but yeah, that's... Alright, well, I'm going in circles. We've done this before. There's no minor modification on this that I could do that would somehow make this possible. Yeah, so the ice only moves orthogonally. If I shatter you, I don't get your bean back, I just get an icicle in that new position. Yeah, this is close, but it's a little bit off, and I'm out of resources. Oh, okay, that just works out, because I can push this here and get to the other side of you. Okay, I didn't think that was going anywhere. I need to have actually put the bean in there, but okay, so that's a solution. How did I do that? Oh, that was complicated and cumbersome. So I spawned you, I spawned you, I spawned you. I push you there. I actually put my bean down this time. You turn into a vine. You grab that icicle, which is in range of killing that, and then I hide over here. Actually, I can just hide right here. You turn yourself into ice, and because this turns into a bridge, right, yeah, that wild card, the second bridge that I get somewhere, made it all possible. Whoa, okay. So, I was reasonably close to that realization a number of times, but again, there were lots of dead ends to go down there, and I explored them all to their fullest. Okay. I should have done this one. It probably would have been like 5 minutes. Alright, well, I'll see you next time to try some of these and see if this only takes 5 minutes, maybe.